Yo, this is a quick tutorial about setting up a console style mixing workflow using the SSL Native bundle, which consists of the SSL channel strip 2 and the SSL bus compressor 2. So super powerful plugins, very simple, seemingly subtle when you're using one at a time, but spread across your mix. Very nice, adds to a really great dimension. So typically the way I lay these out is on all my channels. Basically, as you see, there's a channel strip on every vocal channel. And I say vocal channel, I primarily do vocals, but ultimately whatever your individual channels are, and you can put it on the buses too. But typically I start with them on every channel. And then on the actual buses, I'll have the bus comp for each. And so with a good recording, you really don't need too much. I try to have, a little bit of EQ, a little bit of compression, maybe a little bit of expansion. That's about it. Nothing crazy. Oftentimes I'm just boosting a little on the high end, maybe cutting a little bit in the mid range, depending on the vocals. But yeah, so let's see. Let's actually bring up this guy over here.
Pacing back and forth, of course, I missed the target. Miss me with malarkey to the point, my heart close to the light, like Tony Stark close to the fight. I'm not without my armor. It's the aura as a result of the Dharma. The doses ain't right, my life a result of
little boost on the highs.
Pillage potential, Dalai Lama. Still niggas can't pinch the potent macabre around my car, cause they only see stigmata. To keep a stigma for the niggas in the saga while they barely cordatas. See, I need to wake these niggas up. Speaking of Java, my
and as you can see, the bus compressor picking it up. So the big advantage of this plugin group, and especially laying it out across your mix, is, yeah, sure, it's nice to have them one at a time so you can get incredibly detailed view of that specific channel strip. But the power in this lays in this 360 button here or on the bus compressor down here. Now you'll have to install it, of course. So SSL 360, it's free. But if you click this plugin mixer button, now you're working on an SSL console. So if you got that going on, let me hit play here.
Pacing back and forth, of course, I missed the target. Miss me with malarkey to the point, my heart close to the light, like Tony Stark close to the fight. I'm not without my armor. It's the aura as a result of the Dharma. The doses ain't right, my life a result of big pharma. These pills pillage potential, Dalai Lama. Still niggas can't pinch the potent macabre around my car, cause they only see stigmata. To keep a stigma for the...
So you can see my entire setup is all laid across now on my board. So I can basically view the whole mix. I got my scribble strips up here. So actually they're down here. So I know exactly what channel I'm working on. Because, these bigger sessions, you're going to have more channels. You're going to have to scroll some, But what I really like is that, once you come through and you finish setting something up, so in this case, if I'm done with all of my dynamics, all my compressors, I can just hide those, clean up the view a little bit. So really nice to be able to open up your scribble strip. You can see a little more into a little extra. Especially in your stereo channels, you got your width controls. So really excellent tool. And then what I really like too is for your bus compressors, you open up your bus compressor channel, and now you have all your bus compressors all in one place. So you can control and monitor, switch through them as you're playing.
Pacing back and forth, of course, I miss the target. Miss me with malarkey to the point. My heart close to the light like Tony Stark, close to the fight. I'm not without my armor. It's the aura.
Although I don't have any other artists playing right now, but you can go through. And manipulate each artist. And then when you're done addressing, when you're done adjusting all your bus comps, you just hide that again, and now you're back to your full-blown SSL mixing console. Pretty simple. I find it generally really light on the CPU. As you see here, I mean, I got a fair amount of channels going. I think in this case, it's like 19, 20 channels. So, I don't know. Maybe not that many, but I ain't counting that close. This is just a general video. But yeah, that's about it. So as you go through and you're like anything else, your mix is playing as if you were adjusting it on the plugin itself.
Pacing back and forth, of course, I missed the target.
You would just be adjusting it on the mixing board.
I'm not without my armor. It's the aura as a result of the dharma. The doshas ain't right. My life a result of.
And in this case, you know, I want to do the filters too.
To keep a stigma for the niggas in the saga while they barely cordata. See, I need to wake these niggas up. Speaking of Java, my code for commas is most one a lot of dots for the port so I can dissect data. My logic anti-boolean. Keep thinking I got no options. You offer me a peak Vesuvius.
And you can monitor everything all through here. And as the mix is going through, like I said, just like an old school mixing console, you don't have to keep switching back and forth between one plugin window and the next. It's all right here in a nice consolidated window. And for those of you who are familiar with these, the channel strip is based off the SSL 9000J. And of course, the classic SSL bus compressor. So hopefully gives you a little insight on how to use this tool, or even the fact that it exists. But as I mentioned, let me close this down here. The way I set it up to get a full mix is I have channel strip on every single individual channel. My mono channels mostly, and a couple of my stereo channels, but mostly my mono channels. And then I can open up 360 and mix all of those all in one view. All at the touch of a button. Either there or there. There you go. So hopefully this gives you a little insight into the SSL 360 environment, and combining those with the plugins of the channel strip 2 and the SSL bus comp. Very powerful, wonderful mixing tools. I could do whole mixes just with these alone without putting a bunch of extra plugins, a bunch of extra EQs and whatnot. So I highly recommend you give it a try and see how it comes out. All right, tune in for the next one. Peace.